Good morning, Lyn Christian here to strong start your day and talk about the characteristics of being a leader. Many of us are put into a position of leadership, but fewer of us are actual leaders while in those positions, and even when we're not in a position of leadership. It takes a number of things to be a good leader, and in our blog that's affiliated with today's Facebook Live, we are sharing about 21 ideas of how to be a great leader. Now, I'm going to talk about 3 of those this morning. The first one is courage. It's at the top of my list of how to be a great leader. And when I'm talking about courage and leadership, what I'm talking about are a number of things. Number 1, it takes courage to be in a leadership position because when you lead, you are going to fail. Your teams, your projects, your ideas, some will fail. You need to be willing to lead anyway, to have the courage to find out what are the 8 things we need to do that make us fail so we can have the 2 things that take us to a higher trajectory so we can win, so we can succeed. That's a very important part of leadership. Another part of courage is being willing to say the hard things in a way that's palatable, to ask the questions that need to be asked, to have the conversations that generate trust. That means that there has to be transparency and respect. There has to be mutual success. And that means sometimes we need to address the very difficult things. It takes courage to be a leader in these instances. So courage is one of the characteristics that I pick for being a good leader. Second thing that I'm interested in telling you about is humility. Humility is something where when you're sitting with your team, asking your team members to go first and tell you what they think. Not to come to the table telling, directing, and dictating. If you are a strong leader, you need to be humble. You need to be willing to let other people share their ideas and partner with people in that leadership position. Leadership doesn't mean that you're the only one who has ideas. It doesn't mean that you're the person who's always dictating what we should do. I know I'm a better leader when I listen to the people who are on my team and when we have shared responsibility in what we're going to do because everyone's idea is on the table and everyone's idea is honored. So the second characteristic of good leadership, I would say, is humility. And finally, the third one that I'm going to share with you, and you can read about the others in the 21 points in the blog, is being coachable. I work with leaders day in and day out, and I'll tell you the people who make the best product or progress. They're the people who are willing to partner. They're the people who are willing to be challenged, to be stretched, to have the bullshit flag thrown on what they're saying and doing. They are the people who are teachable, who are open, who are approachable, who don't know everything, who know a lot, who come with trust for themselves, but they also trust that there's a process that can facilitate them, and it's called coaching, to become smarter, stronger versions of themselves. Those are 3 of the characteristics of really good leaders. You can read the blog if you want more information, and as a free gift for those of you who would like this, because a part of good leadership is delegating really, really well. We have a free download. It looks like this. You can get the PDF file that tells you the 3 different ways to be a better delegator. And we also have a video on our YouTube channel about delegation. I hope the message is clear and strong today. We'll all be in a position of leadership at certain parts of our lives. But the bigger question is, are we good leaders? Because being in a position and being a good leader are not necessarily the same thing. Go out, lead your life, be a badass. Be courageous, be humble, be coachable. Take good care.